Blessing CEO. Yes, I've got some topics to treat tonight. I've got Blessing CEO. Blessing CEO. When you are talking about Nigeria, may blessing never happen to us. Good blessing will happen to us in Jesus' name. But Blessing CEO's blessing will never happen to us. Emma Getting sure so. May Blessing CEO never happen to us. Hey, God damn it. God damn it. When you hear him, God damn it. So I have the story of Blessing CEO. And then Blessing CEO the liar. And then the second one is about there's this guy called Aboy. Aboy is with OPM. You know, the pastor that's always helping the less privileged in Nigeria, that sends them to uni. That's his scholarship. I'm sure we all know OPM Fababa. They call him Baba. So is the story of the young autistic child that is being taken care of came up online, and I don't know if we can do that tonight, or I should just face Blessing CEO tonight, and then with the third one, which is encouraging women after divorce. And I will be using Emanuela Ewagbo as a very, very good example for us to emulate as women. Yes, it's not good to become a single mother, but when it happens, shit do happen. How do you move ahead after divorce? We're going to be talking about it. But as we start, please help me to get a good cup of tea, and then let's start. It's no news that we saw Blessing CEO. We know who Blessing CEO is. Okay, if you don't know OPM in River State, yes, Olawale. We know who Blessing CEO is. But if you don't know Blessing CEO, that means you are not a Nigerian. Yes. And for people who do not know Blessing CEO, there are non-Nigerians that are here. I'm going to give you a brief information about this person. Brief background about who Blessing CEO is. Blessing CEO. We got to know her some years back, about 10 years ago, if not more than that, when the police, paraded a lady, sitting on the floor, and she was crying. They were like, molesting her with some guys. And people were wondering who this person was. And then we got to know the story. This is a lady that was doing social media. Excuse me, I didn't know her. And she was living a fake life. So she went to somebody's house that was under construction and pretended and told the whole world, like going into somebody's unfurnished apartment under construction, and you're saying, oh, see what God has done, like most of our young ladies do now. Most of these people you see with big God, small body, big God, most of them live on men. But this particular case, our own was fake it until you make it. In fact, that slang of faking it until you make it started from Blessing CEO, I would say. Because most of these young girls, they look up to her. This lady said she bought a house and she was constructing a house and see what God has done. And because she was just coming from a troubled marriage, she got divorced and she was thanking God on social media. Just like if I have a problem, God forbid, I will never have problem with my marriage, and I come on to online like this because I've got followership, and I say what God cannot do does not exist. Please help me to power tap. What God cannot do does not exist. You can imagine now, see what God has done for me. I built this house under 1 year after leaving my marriage. Hard work pays. And most of these people you see on social media, especially on Instagram, hard work pays. Even though it's best that is paying them. Thank you, Adebipe sister. May God bless you, sis. Most of them, that's what they do. And so this was how we knew her. She was being beaten, molested. At the end of the day, they found out after her coming out on social media to claim a house that never belonged to her. You can imagine the kind of tapping, blessing tapping that you'll be doing. I tap in this blessing. I tap as a single girl. I tap as this. I tap as that. So, few days later, they brought this lady online. Somebody that just shared testimony to her followers that she just bought a house. She's building a house and all that. And showed the house. She actually went into that house, showed you the house under construction. And so they just brought her out with police and the owner of that particular building under construction. When you are talking of Obologbo Anini, Lady Anini, this is the lady. People were surprised. We have never seen such a thing in our lives. In fact, as old as young as I am, since how many years I have been living on earth, me, I have never seen Ole Ogoju like that before in my life. Even though sometimes, you're all welcome. Good evening, everybody. I'm Adishi, welcome. You know, even though so many times, people will say they are faking life. Sometimes you fake such things that people cannot catch you. But this one, the audacity she had to go into somebody's home, somebody's house, under construction. The person now brought her with police. They arrested her and paraded her on social media that this house belongs to me. The person lives abroad and he was doing construction. And what did Blessing do? Blessing went into that house. She went into that building and bribed those working there. She did what? She gave them some coin and said, please, I just want to do photo shoot here. I want to do, we are filming. You know the way they will tell you that, yes, I'm an actress. I want to use this building for location. That was how she got the permission to use the place, because she lied to the people using there. And then the brother of the owner of the property that is living abroad, so she told the person that she wants to use the place as a location place for film. And so you lied like that, and because you want your followers to believe that you have arrived, next thing, she told the whole world that she bought the house. She started building it after leaving her marriage and all that. And the owner of the house came from Belgium also and disgraced this girl. It was a total disgrace. That was the first time somebody would be called out. Like, what did you just do? Coming out to claim what was not yours. You can imagine the disgrace, the shame that came with. This is a lady that has, I think she has 2 children from her previous marriage. Boys, for that matter. Now, I'm just giving you the background of this person that we are talking about. So she came online, she apologized. She was crying with handcuff. The person put handcuff only. You want to steal our house. You want to carry malu koja window. Like you want to steal a cow and put you want to transfer cow from on your window. That's the kind of stealing, broad daylight stealing, that she did that time. And that was how she became famous. Yes. Sometimes they say every publicity, there's no bad publicity. As is part of what we call the bad publicity that really gave her the platform she started using for every one of you that you started following her. She's a sweet talker. Yes, I give it to her. When she talks, you want to listen to her. She's a graduate. She is, she's very intelligent. But man, coming out to tell such lies was what really gave her the platform. And she started this job of self-acclaimed, I call her self-acclaimed relationship therapist. She became a therapist, a relationship therapist because she once had a marriage that failed, and maybe she had gone for some courses, I don't know, but she became a therapist online, and she started doing a blog on failed marriages and how you can move on, and she became a social media marriage therapist anyway, and she has this large followership that you can't even imagine, and everyone forgot her past. She became like a kind of terror. When she comes online, she will attack this person, attack the other person, which most of the social media influencers do. She became an influencer, and so what they do is just attack each other to have they call it stunts. They do stunts and they do a lot of things, and it becomes like part of the show. The show must continue. So everyone, when you have a fight, the next day your followership will jump from 100 to 500 to 1,000 to, so it brings more followership for them when there is gas boost. And so she's had so many fights with a lot of people online thing. Queen, thank you, sis. Please help me to attack, guys. Now why now? Let me do my boy now. So she has this large followership, and about 3 years ago something happened. She's been doing very well. In fact, so many influencers have called her out that she will collect money from them. She will not do their advert. She will dupe one person. She will dupe the other person. But because of her own, the influence she has on social media, she will finish them up. So even if she complains, if anybody complains, she will still win you because she has large followership. She has the clout. And when VDM came, VDM became, number one enemy. Like, that one was just giving it to her, And this blessing, about 3 years ago, like I told you, she's been having a way through. She'll collect money from people. She will not do their adverts and all that. So she's been having a way all through because of, who she is. And like 3 or 4 years ago, something happened. This lady, there was this couple, Bimbo and IVD. IVD. Equate to sister me. Let me bring everybody up. But when I bring you up, please. Ajoke about me cute. So Emma me when they come back, Emma come because something request. Thank you, sis. You're welcome. So immediately she and then the guy, maybe you will remember the story of IVD and Bimbo, young couple that got married with troubled, had a very, very terrible toxic marriage. The marriage did not. Once they come in and see, help me to mute them or you drop them. Once they don't mute, you drop. Once they don't mute, drop, please. So, maybe don't even bring anybody. Anybody that wants to come up should ask you and then you bring the person, please. So, where was I? Okay, the girl now, this lady, this IVD and his late wife had a very terrible marriage, toxic marriage, that there was so much abuse going on in the marriage. Maybe on the part of both sides, you understand. Both sides. I'm not going to judge anybody, only God knows. But the marriage was toxic, that people were seeing them coming online. Bimbo will come online, they are so continue to rest in peace. She will come online with syringes and, Basbo's face and all that. But at the end of the day, like we do advise people, when you are in a toxic relationship, when you are in an abusive relationship, walk away before your corpse is being taken out. And so, at the end of the day, Bimbo had a very rough marriage. We just heard one night that Bimbo burnt herself alive, in the house. And IVD was, that's IK, was arrested on this particular one because he was there. They were having a fight, and it was just like the way we have been preaching. It was a domestic violence, and so domestic abuse, so that because if I can't, and that was what really happened, and that was how people were talking about that on social media, just the way we are gonna seeing things like this. When things come up, please help us tap, help us tap. Once we see anything, we talk about it. And so, just like every other person speaker, every other speaker on social media, everybody spoke about the case. The case was on social media, all over social media about 3 years ago or so. And this lady picked the case up, just like you and I, and she talked about this case. The next thing, she started putting tattoo of the same guy, the guy that was accused of buying his wife. Started, she stood for him. She stood against the wife. She was making videos defending him and saying all sorts of things that, the guy was the one that was going through DV. That because she was a woman, we were all talking about defending the woman. And so that was what really happened. And people thought she was just clout chasing. Because I thought it was just clout chasing. Because number one, it is even against the ethic of your profession to start dating somebody that you are doing therapy for. If truly you are a marriage therapist. So I wouldn't have thought that would make sense at all in any way. Do you understand? So a lot of people thought the same way, took my own line of thought of saying, of course, definitely there can't be any relationship between the two of them, that she was just chasing clouds, just like the normal way she does. And so everybody thought it was just a big joke. To the extent, this lady did a show one day and was saying, because people were abusing her, that when she started saying they were going for she actually stood for this guy, that they went to court together. She was always there. When the guy was arrested, she was there giving money. She was just there for him. And so people were like, could it be true? So, whenever she was doing her show, people were like abusing her. How can you date him? You are so wicked as a woman. At least you know what this Bimbo went through. And Bimbo's sister too, an Instagram influencer too, was there. She was like, how can you do this? And they gave all the story that we saw where the late Bimbo's children they were not being taken care of. And so she was just defending this guy. And she announced marriage proposal, what do you call it, engagement or something. And people were like, so this is true. And there was a day she was doing show, and people were raining abuses on her, curses on her, cussing her. That how can you do that to a fellow woman like you? That is not nice. Marrying somebody and you know what that woman went through. And then she now came out and was like, she's dead. If there's anything, if I want something in life, I will go for it, even if it means buying the person. Do you know? And since that time, people were like, wow, could she even be responsible for the pie of this girl? That's spiritually, because she called herself Obande, she called herself so many. She has made herself a topic on social media. So she called herself Obanje. She called herself several names, like that she's so powerful and she can do anything. If I want, she said, if I want a man, and I can buy the wife, even if I want any woman, any man, I can buy the wife. I'm like, so this is the background of who we are talking about. Today, just a few days ago, the same Blessing CEO. How you go no bago? How you no go no bago? Naira Molly, no let them give me restriction now. Hey, Blessing CEO came out and announced that she was dying of cancer. Listen.
Hi guys. I don't know why a lot of you just enjoy putting people down. I don't know why.
First, before she did this video, she was doing her hair and she was showing the whole world how her hair was falling off. You know when you are losing your hair, and she was losing the hair and she was showing like she was losing her hair, and she was crying. She was crying that she's making this video because she needed to announce to the world that she has stage 4 cancer. Stage 4 cancer. And people were like, what? Stage 4 cancer? From nowhere? Just like that. That was the video she first made. And so a lot of people came out like, initially she didn't say stage 4 cancer. Later she just said that diagnosed of stage 4. She didn't say what the diagnosis was. And then she now mentioned that it is cancer. Can anybody clout chase with cancer? Has it gotten to this point of us losing our values because of money and fame? This is unbelievable. When she first said this and people were attacking her, I was, saw every show that I do, I was like, if this girl, I mean, she has had a past, we shouldn't be judging people by their past incidents and past behaviors. This might be true. I don't see any reasonable person that will come online and lie about such a thing. It is not, cancer is not something you can even wish your enemy. So for her to have told the whole world that she needed help, people should please stop. They should calm down. Yes, she has snatched somebody's dead person husband. The person is dead. That was my own thought when that thing happened. She has big mouth. She will say this to the people. Even side boy or something, that girl came out and said, I don't trust her. But I didn't believe that.
Posted a video from my draft. Immediately they rushed to my comment section. Blessings, you see, if people don't know they used to have drafts, you don't know that we shoot content, put it on your draft, and post it. Let me address Very Dark Man's video. I might not have the time to play the video because my other phone is dead. So for those of you who have not seen the video, go and see it, because I see a lot of you in my comments saying you're coming from VDM. So let's address it. Very Dark Man said, Blessing, you cannot be trusted because I think he played a video from my throwback when I had that Onyeze issue. So he played it and said, Blessing cannot be trusted because she has once lied about the house. Now let me address this. And I'm going to speak in a very subtle way because you did not insult me. You're very, diplomatic. Number one, VDM, you're not in the best position to start taking people to their past. You always do that a lot. But you forgot that.
The funniest thing is the fact that she still held on to this even when VDM called her out. We know VDM said some nasty things, and sometimes I don't like his ways of approaching women. When you are talking about women and you are making jest of their private parts and all that, I don't like it about him. But that's his way. Maybe that's the way he was trained. So on this particular one, VDM called her out and said, I don't trust you, push, you don't trust this girl. No. Have you forgotten what she did that time that she went to steal somebody's house? Exactly what the way, because that is, everybody will remember you for anything you have done in life. Whether you do good, whether you do bad, it is what you have done that people will always remember you of. So VDM was reminding everyone that this girl that said she has cancer, do you believe her? Hey, this girl, we can't trust her. And so VDM was saying that, let me come to Lagos and I'll come and press your boo-boo, and see if it is really there. And so people condemned VDM for that, and I condemn it totally too. But truth be told, does she really have cancer? And so the bad goes between herself and VDM went on. Other social media influencers came in and were like, some believed, some said they still need confirmation of the diagnosis. And so she showed a diagnosis online. And people said they would donate. In fact, immediately she announced this. She gave Nigerians her account number to start donating. And she started bringing her wigs out, that she was going to sell all her wigs, that she needs money, it's stage 4 cancer. For Christ's sake, stage 4 cancer is like you going down below. It is only God that can save you when you are being, given that such a diagnosis. And so people were like, the pity, Nigerians. Come on, Nigerians, for real. It is time for us to stand up and be truthful to ourselves. We sometimes do gifts that doesn't make sense. Some of you are just beclouded by emotions that you don't even reason beyond any other thing. Once you hear somebody is dying, I didn't even wear a ring. Once you hear that somebody is you don't even care, you don't want to know, you start donating your hard-earned money, and most of them, they target you, the experience. They know that if you hear anything, you know that we don't have working hospitals, we know you don't have good basic medical facilities, and so they use that emotions on us, and before you know it, you start donating. Stop donating rubbish. That's how you have been donating to Gabriel that has been eating your money up. And not only him, so many of these fake NGOs that are online, once they tell you somebody is sick, you start donating without doing due diligence. It's so unfortunate. And so she gave her account number. People started donating. But believe me, a lot of people were not so happy about it, especially Nigerians that knows her antecedents and then knows that this girl, okay, show us. And people were like, okay, if you want us to support you, let's see your diagnosis and the center. And so she promised to send it to some people. And I think she did. My dear, all of a sudden we saw one man crying out that the actual diagnosis that she was showing, it is from his own younger sister. That Blessing CEO does not have what we call cancer. So what she did was, she met that person through another person that she models for, a bridal shop that she models for, and the girl that's through those people has cancer, stage 4 cancer. And so when she now wanted to do this only thing, she went to the girl and said, she has been diagnosed of cancer, and so the girl should give her own diagnosis because she knows the girl has cancer. Can I see your diagnosis so that I can compare and see if, because when you are doing pity party, like, I don't know what to do, I'm so scared, let me see your diagnosis, let me compare with mine, what they have said there, because I can't still believe they have been diagnosed of this. But like, so you're welcome, ma. I've been diagnosed of this. And so the unsuspecting lady gave her own diagnosis, shared with a friend, like, okay, go on. And Blessing allegedly changed the name on the paper. She photocopied it, changed the name on the paper, doctored it to her own name. And I think she changed the hospital or something. She just doctored. And that's the paper she has been using to gullible Nigerians. She sent to people, they sent her money. In fact, according to what they said, that she already has over 100 million donation, 100 million naira donation from Nigerians who believes so much in her. So the guy came out and this girl still has the audacity to come online because Daddy Freeze. Honestly, I don't know. Daddy Freeze is someone I so much respect. I respect him because of his stance on religion and how religious leaders have been taking advantage of us, and his deep-rooted teaching when it comes to Bible. But there are certain things in Daddy Freeze that sometimes you start wondering about his values. This is the same Daddy Freeze that we have seen. Anyway, I will always say that it is his job because he's an influencer. And so, because people were like, okay, that is the same person we saw with ish puppy, àbí kí ló máa ń pe ish puppy, Ọmọbọ́lá, but that's what he portrays himself to be. Ish puppy. What's that guy's name that went to prison for only? For 419, what's his name? Ish puppy. Ishamo. The same guy that it was the one that first introduced Ish puppy to us. Within 24 hours, she collected over 100 million naira. The same that the freeze, we have seen him with people like a questionable character, allegedly, of Pastor Toby here in the UK. So we've seen him, whitewashing people like that on several occasions. And so, when he now brought this lady, what he said he wanted to do was for her to come online and face the family of that girl, because she insisted that diagnosis is her own. And so that the free said he wanted to clarify issue and brought this girl for over 4 hours. For over 4 hours, they were doing that show, and this girl was still insisting that the diagnosis is hers. She would pretend like this, as if she was, and when they talk about, I can't imagine the question they were throwing to her. There was one lady there that came, because Daddy Freeze was trying to cover up a lot of shit. And there was a lady that wasn't taking it.
My sister is traumatized. What you did to her traumatized her. And when I'm finished, I'm going to ask you a straight question. What you did traumatized her. She's under immense pressure. Listen, you don't have cancer. I don't know how it works.
Let the doctors prove that.
Wait, she's been through chemotherapy, and you are aware of it. She's been through a lot. But I told Nigerians she's going to speak at the appropriate time. And at the freeze, I will let you know when she wants to speak.
We are waiting her to speak.
And I'm going to ask Blessing 2 questions.
Go ahead.
Do you have cancer? And if you have cancer, what test have you done and where did you do it? Don't tell us your result will come out, it will come out. Tell us where you did it and we'll confirm it.
It is when you show me and bring out all those evidences.
Did you hear that? The guy was asking plain question. Do you have cancer? And where were you diagnosed? And she said it straight off. It is when you sue me, because the family is saying that they're going to sue her. And so she's like, go and sue me.
Sorry.
There was one lady that asked her, questions that were so reasonable, and you wouldn't believe this is it.
Please, wait. The only way, in my opinion, in this life, that you can tell if there is cancer anywhere is 2 things: a PET-CT or a biopsy.
Correct. So hold on. What I'm saying is, they will not just jump into biopsy. Did you have any imaging tests prior to this biopsy? That's one. Okay, so if the doctor said a biopsy, how did they do this biopsy? Can you explain to me how they did this biopsy, what they did?
Okay, let me explain to you as a layman. The biopsy, when they ask you for it, I think they inserted, brought out something.
They inserted what? Where?
I don't know what it is.
It's in your body that
They
you
asked me a
inserted.
question: where did they insert
And
where did they insert it? Did they insert it inside your VJ? Did they insert it inside your mouth?
On the, I think around the place or something.
Where?
I'm trying to.
This is a breast. Where?
Where exactly? I think it was around where.
Was it in your nipple, straight to your nipple? Or was it by the side?
I think it was around
Were you awake?
Yes, I was awake. you were awake, there was no pain. It was painful, but not severe pain. They didn't give you anything. Anything how? Like to not feel pain. You not to feel pain. It wasn't severe. You know, this lump is not painful. Okay. It's not painful. It's just you're feeling something. Sometimes it just walks around. So first of all, I have a problem that there was no imaging done and you were moved quickly to start doing a biopsy. Because I think the first thing that should be done is something like a mammogram, at least. I didn't do that. Actually,
she didn't do mammogram.
I have a problem with that. And then the biopsy, I think the first thing again, okay, some people can actually go that route, you know.
Thank you, Victor.
Cancerous bunch, like when? How many months ago? February. Was it up to February? I don't know. We're in April. No, late February, early March.
Ah, God.
Yes, you're correct. Okay, that was when you suggested it to Blessing. Yes. Okay. Okay. So Blessing, what is the money that you are asking people to contribute? What is it for?
Yeah.
Thank you. Blessing, first of all, I didn't know what to expect.
Hi.
Yeah, so you don't know what to expect. Why are you asking for money? I need money for the surgery. Like, it was exaggerated. It's not been concluded yet. That's what she's trying to say. Exactly. And that's the reason why I'm having this conversation. Because, like I said, the whole thing is, it's until this conversations we are having, I'm clueless. And now, the concept is, hold on, let me explain. The concept is, okay, when they, let me use the word I understand, amputate or take out your boobs, they have to still do other tests to know if it has gone to your blood, to your bones. Some people say by the time you do it, you're already like a vegetable, you have to go to lots of stuff. So me, in planning ahead, because like I said, I didn't want to come out in my vulnerable moment. I wanted to do it quietly. I don't want to station wherever.
Guys, did you hear what she said? Let me turn it to myself again and then we'll continue. This girl never had any mammogram. Is it mammogram and mammogram? Sorry, hold on now. Let me hold on now. The effects. There was no imaging that could have, suggested that she had anything like cancer. She never had that. Secondly, biopsies at the KNP. She went straight for that. And you came online to start asking people for donation. You pretended as if you were losing your hair. I used to have a friend in Ireland. She was diagnosed of breast cancer. And you wouldn't even see it in her until she started chemo. It was the chemo that she was doing that really started getting the hair off. So once you have been diagnosed and you know your diagnosis after all the biopsies and all that, then they will start preparing you for your chemo and they will tell you everything you should expect. And as at that time, it was herself that even shaved the hair before it started falling off. So this girl really planned it. She was doing her hair and she was doing like this. Come on, you are a thief, Lenia, blessed CEO. Look at when they were even asking her questions. You said you are living, you came to start asking for donation, and you said because you didn't know what to expect. The lady was asking you when they were doing the biopsies. You said I don't even know. In my layman, if you had anything, if you went to the hospital for maybe you went for that they'll put you like something like pussy MRI. If you went for your MRI, and then they put you under there, you know they will tell you what to expect and everything. So you can't tell me that something is happening in your body and you don't know what they are doing in your body. She didn't do mammogram, she didn't do anything. Okay, she biopsy. So she didn't even know anything about this particular thing. And so she's still insisting that he has cancer. And I really want to ask us as Nigerians. Then, Auntie, you can bring people up. You can come up now and come and put your opinions out, please. You can come up now. Request to come up. Where is our conscience as Nigerians? It is evident now that this girl is actually broke, as people have said. She is broke because she's living above her means. So many of our Nigerian girls, so many of these big girls, they will do anything for money. If truly you can come out to tell the whole world that you have cancer, something nobody prays even for your enemy. When you see people that are going through it, and then the trauma you will have given to that particular girl that you used her diagnosis to fraud Nigerians, and for every other Nigerian or every other person living with cancer, you are out cloud chasing with that, and you have no iota of shame. We have lost our values as human beings. Sometimes when you're caught, even as a young person, I remember that time when I was young, when I lie and my mommy got to know that I've lied. Do you know the shame that you walk with in the house? I remember one day I was caught in phase 1 in Satellite Town, that time in Chevron Estate. I was caught with a boy smooching me. My mom sends me message and she caught me. You know, red-handed when you are somebody. She has sent me message for as long as God knows. And I was in phase 1. I had a young boyfriend like me who were kissing her. My mom caught me in the dark. Olu, I hear me back that day. Aside from her beating you, it's a shame that even when I walk with caution, with shame. I lost my dignity as a young girl. I lost everything because I thought I had messed up. The shame you will live after, even after the punishment, that shame still is in you. And for you as an adult, a full-grown woman with children, that's why I wonder some women up here, even on social media, when I see things you do, where are your children? Do you have family? Immediate and extended. There are a lot of things that you will do. You will think about people around you. Blessed CEO has nobody. She lied about her father too. Somebody was on that live saying that she even lied because they saw the father a day before that day. We can do anything for money. It is same people like us that we are on social media doing Iranu that will still complain about government. But you do worse things. If as a grown woman like this that has her own children, you have younger ones that are looking up to you. What about the shame that you have brought to your followers? Those that believed in you, even when people were still saying it that this girl must be lying, you still saw people that were still saying, let's give her that benefit of doubt now. When it comes to health, you cannot tell me, because especially mental health. If I go tomorrow to my office and tell them that I've got depression, they cannot measure it. I'm depressed. You know, they'll just give you time off. So there are times you don't know the pains. You can't not measure pains. So it's very difficult for people to say, no, she's lying. How can you even lie about cancer? It's such a shame that we have lost our values. And we applaud trash. Because we have put so much emphasis on money, on wealth. Wherever you want to get it from, we do not care. Once you have the money and you can spray whilst you are in there at a party, you are good to go. Once you have the money, nobody questions you again. And that is why a lot of our youths are going the wrong way. Blessing, you have not even thought about those younger ones that are watching you doing daylight scamming, and they can take after you. It's so sad. And the people that you have, a lot of people will now be so wary of people coming online to beg for money for one disease or the other. If somebody comes out tomorrow now and start crying, you just face another front. I beg, I don't care. God, let me leave us to deliberate on that, and then we go. Auntie, go on, ma'am. Anybody want to come up and say something about?
Good people, do you want to say something? Please.
Okay. Please. I am afraid you're joking, sir.
Okay.
Auntie Ajoke, good evening, everybody.
How are we, Mama?
Blessing is like a disgrace to everybody. I don't know what to say.
Yes.
I don't know, because I don't want to talk. It's kind of emotional for me. When my mother was alive and she went through cancer, lung cancer, she was diagnosed at the age of 79. Or now about to get 80 years. We are planning for a 80th birthday, and she was diagnosed in America for lung cancer. A woman of 80 years old. Auntie Ajoke, whenever my mom went through, she lived with me. That is why they buried me during that time.
You can imagine the torture.
Anytime, mommy bad go toba love for chemo by Auntie Ajoke. Toba, you don't want to see. You don't want to see me for good years. They bury me, if you see a woman, okay, a woman of 80 years old. When my mom, I can send a picture to you. When my mom turned to 80 years, 13 plan back the money to buy. When she turned to 80, they bury. In your hour to buy my gummy, you be buying the boa. And we are going to she want me. Very, mamma, me buy. So, even the medication, God bless America. I'm going to say this, God bless America. And Ajoke, my mom, every 2 weeks is $10,955. Every 2 weeks. First time, Toba Magbo Guyewa, oh my God, you pay. Ọlọ́pàá gbọ́dọ̀ wà náà tó fi ṣe kímù fún mọ́mì mi nílé because wọn ò kí ń jáde lọ ṣe kímù yẹn. Àǹtí Àjọkẹ́ ìjọ tí mọ́mì mi bá lo oògùn yẹn, she will be so restless tó ẹgbẹ́ yẹn máa sun ẹkún rẹ̀. Just because we want our mom to be alive. She will be on bed. Ìgbà tí mọ́mì mi ti bá gbé wọn lọ fún radiation láàárọ̀, every kìíní tí bá gbé wọn lọ fún wọn báyìí. Àǹtí Àjọkẹ́ tí bàtà bá ń bọ̀ lé báyìí. Me kí mo bí mo ṣe wa mọ́tò ìgbà pé àwọn dọ́tà mi àti son mi sọ pé mommy, you know what, èèyàn ṣáàjókòó ti grandma àwọn náà máa ń gbé mi lọ because mo máa ń drive ọmọ burúkú yìí tó bá àánú ẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣe mí Christine ṣe ọlọ́run bá mi dáríjì Àǹtí Àjọkẹ́ for 4 good years mi ìmọ̀ bí tí mo wà bóyá òun ló fà mí sí tó jẹ́ pé mi ò kí lọ pátí mọ́ mi ì lè lọ pátí. There was a day mo wà lókè mo lọ wẹ̀ daughter mi last month mi just go and take shower. Bí mo ṣe gbọ́ tó ní tí ẹ kọ́ pé mi grandma Àǹtí Àjọkẹ́ láti òkè mo dẹ̀ roll láti òkè báyìí. Tí ẹ bá rí ìtàn mi ó yẹ ni mo roll láti òkè. Nítorí wọ́n lògùn yẹn jọ ẹ̀ wọ́n wá ń fìbá kan mo roll láti òkè tẹ́ bá wọ inú yàrá màmá mi ẹ máa rò pé hospital
ní God Almighty.
God bless America. Mi ò rí machine tí ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò ṣe pé kí ni ó ń fi nǹkan burúkú irú àwa tí àwọn òbí tí òbí wa ní tó dẹ̀ dùn wá pé nǹkan burúkú jáde láyé irú wa yóò gbọdọ̀ ṣépè fún. Ìjọ tí kí lẹ fẹ́ Àǹtí Àjọkẹ́ Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kí ìrànwọ́ wa kọ́kọ́ ní cancer. It's not a good thing.
Àmín o.
Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ ká bá wọn ni mọ́ Ọlọ́run gbogbo àwọn tó bá ní Ọlọ́run àwòrán àwọn tó ti bá lọ nínú ìpọ́njú àti nínú ìyà Ọlọ́run àjọ ábàmì gbogbo wọn sàn ó ṣe nǹkan tó dá Àǹtí Àjọkẹ́.
It's not good.
Oh, sorry. Ó ṣe nǹkan tó dá nítorí ẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ tí every year mo ti bá rántí nǹkan tí màmá mi go through mo máa ń sun ẹkún December 8 mọ́mì mi jáde láyé 2018 mo máa ń sun ẹkún ní ọmọ ìdẹ́ ń bá àwọn èèyàn nínú jẹ́.
Sorry sis.
Àti Àjọkẹ́ kò
You can imagine.
Kò ṣòwò kékeré. Tí àgàgà tó bá lọ ṣe radiation tó bá dé because wọn lè ṣí yẹn nínú ilé, you know what she's going to went through. Wọ́n máa gbé wọn sínú machine wọ́n wá kan iná yẹn sí wọn ní orí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n wá ṣe mọ̀ pé kéèyàn máa fi iná jó ọyàn ní ọpọlọ.
Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run o.
Ó dẹ̀ ń bá àwọn èèyàn nínú jẹ́, ó dẹ̀ ń fẹ́ fi rọ̀. Tó bá lo oògùn báyìí ipe ìgbà tó àwọn kì í lóògùn wọn lè jẹun wọn á fún wọn ní oògùn kan tí nìsín bá wà bíbá tó bá bó máa ń wá sí ṣòyìn tó bá ń gbọ́ bá òun kan máa wò pé nǹkan tí mo sọ gbogbo wa máa ń sun ẹkún ni tó bá fún wọn ní oògùn kan lè jẹun báyìí gbogbo system wọn máa dàrú ni ọjọ́ tí mọ́mì mi máa jáde láyé báyìí mo máa wà nínú plane mo lọ sí Nàìjíríà because every December ó níbi kan tí máa ń lọ pray fún wọn pé this woman this is the only woman I knew ìmọ̀ bàbá mi I was just 1 year old nígbà tí bàbá mi kú lọ́kọ́ lọ́ọ́ tiẹ̀ jọ kí màmá ẹ̀ tiẹ̀ ṣe kó tiẹ̀ rí káwọn ọmọ mi ṣe nǹkan rẹ lójú ẹ̀ ní òun ló dúró tì mí mo wà nínú plane mọ́mì mi ti mọ̀ wọ́n kàn ní òkè kí n máa mo ní mo fẹ́ sáré dé Nàìjíríà mi ní pẹ́ mo lọ pray fún wọn nínú plane ni mo wà ní ìtì land tí màmá mi fi jáde láyé ọmọ mi kàn lọ sọ fún màmá ẹ o kó ṣe nǹkan tó dáa ẹni tó bá ní èèyàn tó ní ó máa dàbí pé wọ́n lò ní ní téèyàn kan bá sọ fún yín pé ẹ lọ wá nǹkan kan ẹ̀gbọ́n ń gbà yẹn àti ẹ̀sìn tó sọ pé ewé ìbẹ́pẹ pọ̀pọ̀ leaf wọ́n máa ń bá wa kó wá láti Nàìjíríà ni a máa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé Ọlọ́run ni ewé pọ̀pọ̀ yẹn ni pé kí mọ́mì mi tiẹ̀ ṣé ó rò pé nǹkan tó dáa ni ṣá káwọn máa ti sọ pé ẹni tó wà Nàìjíríà ẹni tó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà ni ẹ tẹ́ bá rí oògùn yẹn gbà tí máa dànù àwọn oògùn tí mo sọ fún pé 10,500 and something tí máa da oògùn yẹn nù ó kúnnú bọ́kẹ́ẹ̀tì kan ni wọ́n ń sẹ́ǹdì ẹ̀bẹ̀ ní pé wọ́n ń sẹ́ǹdì wèrè ní ìrírú ẹ̀rí ẹgbẹ́ nítorí pé àgbàlagbà náà so kámá ìtí wàá sọ pé ìwọ tó young tó ló ń fi cancer is not a good thing any stage 4 tó ń sọ pé òun wà yẹn ó ti ń wọnú brain àti Àjọkẹ́ stage 4 ó ti ń wọ inú brain tó bá ti ń wọ inú brain ó máa lọ síbi spinal cord.
Kábíyèsí o.
From the brain to the spinal cord tó bá ti ń wọnú spinal cord wọn lè máa rí tó pé wọn kì í lè jókòó mọ́ wọn ṣe máa wà káwọn máa lie down ni ẹ máa gbé wọn báyìí ni ẹ máa fi táwọn ìfomi tútù sí wọn lára ni wọn ṣe nǹkan tó dáa ọmọ yìí tó bá jẹ́ irọ́ ló pa ẹ wò ó Ọlọ́run mi ìmọ̀ bóyá irọ́ ló pa mi ìmọ̀ bóyá òótọ́ ni ṣùgbọ́n tó bá jẹ́ irọ́ ló pa ó pe nǹkan burúkú sí ilé ayé ẹ̀ tó pé ìrun ẹ̀ báyọ̀ náà kó dáríjì ni mi ì lè ṣépè fún ìgbà tí mo ń gbọ́ kí mo ní àmì ì lè ṣépè fún bèbí ṣùgbọ́n tó bá jẹ́rọ ló pa ó kò kọ̀ lọ́hùn cancer is not ṣé wàá jẹ́ nǹkan tí o fẹ́ stage 4 is about to go láti wọ́n sọ pé wà ní stage 4 ó máa ti wọnú brain from the brain to the spinal cord tó bá dẹ̀ ti wọnú spinal cord wọn yẹn wọn kò ẹlòmíì wọn máa ṣe surgery fún ó lè meet up pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ẹlòmíì wọn tó máa ṣe surgery yẹn bó ṣe máa lọ nìyẹn doctor advise us pé your mother she's 80 something now so nígbà tó ti wọnú spinal cord wọn tó ti wọnú brain wọn so what do you wanna do? èmi ṣì wà denial èmi àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ti accept wọ́n ti fi wọ́n sí DNR èmi sọ pé no don't put my mother there because èmi kò lè sọ nǹkan tó yẹ kán ṣe èmi ni mo ní no I'm not taking it. When the doctor called me, let's put her in the hospital, I said no, my mom is not going to deny it. Mama mi fukú ni, kó mama mi ò lè kú.
Hello, my child.
Àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tí wọ́n kàn máa fi mí rẹ́rìn wá ní títí kan àwọn ọkùnrin ló máa ń gbé wọn báyìí lọ sí bathroom tó bá fẹ́ lọ toilet gbogbo wa dúró báyìí níbi ọmọ pé kíní because we know she was in pain. Pain ni ayérayé ni. Kàn ṣe pain téèyàn kàn lè fọwọ́ tì sẹ́yìn abirú kí lọ́mọ yìí fi parọ́ yìí fọkọ́ sí. Nítorí mo ṣe fẹ́ sọ Yorùbá káwọn èèyàn lè mọ̀ pé ọmọ yìí ó fi iná sí orú abẹ́ òrùlé sùn. After and this thing ó sì máa ń dàbí tree kíní yẹn affect me àti Àjọkẹ́ ẹ tó bá ń tọ́jú ẹ tó ní cancer ó máa affect ẹ because mo in social way mo close ẹ in kíní ó wá dàbí pé kí n máa kanra kéèyàn má ti ṣe nǹkan kan má ti kanra kéèyàn má ti ṣe nǹkan kan má ti kanra because mo ń tọ́jú aláìsàn lé.
cancer for sickness.
kò rí nǹkan kan fi kúrò àti Àjọkẹ́ ó wá ń fi cancer kúrò. Mi kì í fẹ́ gbọ́ tí n bá wà lórí kíní tí n bá rí nǹkan tó bá ní place ẹjọ́ òun wà lórí cancer òun ní cancer patient òun máa ń sá kúrò ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ni because I know what my mother went through lung cancer wọn kó tó mọ̀ ó ti pẹ́ And mama mi ò mutí rí nílé ayé kò mu sìgárì. The doctor was like, nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ á ní kí ló cause ó ní because àwọn mọ́dà wa ní Nàìjíríà ṣẹ̀mọ́ ilé ta máa ń gbé kíní ilé tó máa ń fi sínú yẹn kíní àwọn ọ̀dà tó máa fi ń kun léǹgbà yẹn ní ayé àtijọ́ yẹn tó bá ti yín ẹ̀lẹ̀ tó bá dàgbà wọn máa wá develop but tẹ́yìn ò bá tètè mọ̀ ó máa affect lungs wọn so yẹn fi yẹn rọ̀ fún àwa fẹ́ pé àwa òbí tí wàá lọ nítorí ẹ̀sìn ìdùnnú wa nù a sì máa ń lo àwọn tó jẹ́ pé tí mo pé tí bá rẹ̀ tó ní cancer báyìí mo máa ń fẹ́ kẹ́ wọn bí Ọlọ́run níbi iṣẹ́.
Asbestos inhalation.
Ọlọ́run bá wa dárí jìnnà nítorí ó fún mi ní bad kíní láti jẹta tí mo ti ń bọ̀ báyìí mo ní kí ló wọ̀nyí ń pèsè láìpẹ́ náà. Ó kọ́kọ́ sọ pé ó turun wọ́n máa ń fa irun wọn ni because ó máa jẹ́ kí irun wọn wà tẹ́lẹ̀ nígbà tó farun wọ́n ní káṣí òun turun bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn but irun wọn ó máa dàbí pé kí ẹ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé títí ẹ mọ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ náà máa ṣiṣẹ́ ni doctor máa advice wọn pé irun yìí ò lè grow ò lè ṣe kinní kan but you have to just take it out. Òun wá ń jarun ó ń parọ́ ó ń jarun stage 4 òun máa wà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n bí ìyá láyé o stage 4 òun máa sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ stage 4 cancer máa sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ajoke jẹ́ kẹ́lẹ́ mi sọ̀rọ̀ náà àdárí
jù. Ọlọ́run àárọ̀ yìí lọ.
Túmọ̀ mi ti ń pè mí ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbàgbọ́ ẹ túmọ̀ mi.
Ọlọ́run God will give you closure. Ṣóyè yín lọ́wọ́ àwa pẹ̀lú yín. Sorry about that.
I don't have that question, but I just want to ask, is she having a cancer too? Because that stage 4 she was talking about.
That's what people are saying, that is a lie.
Do you know what? Do you know that my daddy died of cancer last year? It was a tell, just like Auntie Julie before.
Stage 4 ọmọ ìsọ lójókòó ló ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ ló ṣe.
Stage 4 nílé wọ ó máa ti lọ sí gbogbo lórí wọn.
Ó ti máa gbọ́ gbogbo
wọn nílé rẹ̀.
Okay, DNA is do not resuscitate.
Àmọ́ máa lọ sókè ní ara wọn máa ti rí báyìí ni. Ìyẹn ló ń cancer
fún ọ ní ìṣẹ́ wọn máa jẹ ṣáwá ṣọ́ọ̀bù àti ṣáwá ṣọ́ọ̀bù.
Ìgbà tó yá báyìí fruit ẹ bá mọ ayé àwọn èèyàn tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì gbà sínú ilé wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé hospital ni mò ń nurse màmá mi ni. Àwọn a ní gbogbo àwọn caregiver, a ní nurse, a ní physical, a ní therapist, a ní
everything. It's a lot of money.
Ó
máa gba fruit kò ṣe nílé lọ tọ̀ débi tó máa lè yàgbà ẹ máa di pampers fún ni.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ fún màmá rẹ̀ àti àyànfẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré gbọ́.
Àǹtí Júmi alábìnújò ṣé mo pé ti mọ́mì yín Amẹ́ríkà lè ti ṣẹlẹ̀ àbí tí àǹtí tẹ̀yìn ní 2 years ago Nàìjíríà ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìgbà tí mo kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ pé gẹ̀yìn tó lò ní kánsà tí mo ọdún ẹ̀jẹ̀ pẹ̀sẹ̀ mo tún sọ fún àyàn kọ́ mi ní ìpínlẹ̀ láì irọ́ ni mo ní láíláí stage 4 cancer irun orí ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn bá fa ni kò ṣe kó tu wọ́n fa irun blessing kò tu wọ́n ṣe stage 4 cancer lónìí ẹ̀jẹ̀ tẹ̀sẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó tó para bọ̀ wọ́n ní báwo mo ṣe wọ́n ní àwọn tá a ti rí ẹni tó ní cancer bí àti Júmi yẹn ṣe tọ̀ tó jẹ́ family we know ẹ máa fi ọkùnrin kò síbẹ̀ ṣe máa dájú tó tẹ máa rí cancer patient tí ẹ ní sunkún kí ẹni yẹn jẹ́ ọ̀tá yín tẹ bá rí nǹkan tó ń go through ó lè máa jábọ́ lójú ẹ máa bá wọn bí Ọlọ́run àǹtí mi yẹn kíkọ̀ dé báyìí after 2 weeks wọ́n máa dúdú wá ní tí gbogbo wọn máa ṣì gbogbo ojú wọn máa dúdú a máa lo oríṣiríṣi báyìí lo àgbo là ń ra supplement là ń lo oògùn òyìnbó là ń lo gbogbo ẹ̀ bákan fọ́ wọ́n ti dé stage 4 láti ní ojú ìdé stage 4 tó ti wọ́ sí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o ìjọ tó máa kú fúnra wọn lóye ẹjọ́ jẹ́ kí n máa lọ ti pọ̀ jù ẹ má jọ dá mi padà mọ́ because we just do kò sẹ́ni ẹni tó bá jẹ́ family èèyàn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ àwọn èèyàn dáadáa ẹ fẹ́ kán kú wọ́n ti di ó ń bẹ ikú ẹmọ kéèyàn máa tọrọ ikú fún rẹ̀ wọ́n ní ẹjọ́ jẹ́ máa lọ àwọn táwọn lamẹ́ríkà dẹ̀ la máa ń bíbí fún tó tọ́ bí àti Júmi ẹ̀ ó ní láíláí mo mọ cancer patient tó survive mo mọ cancer patient tó survive ẹ máa survive ẹ̀ ìgbà tó yà ẹ̀gbọ́n mi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jágbe wọn àdìgbò kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ó fẹ́ kọ́ ara rẹ̀ kú ni wọn ò lè dá tọ̀ mọ́ wọn ò lè dá dúró mọ́ wọ́n ń gbé wọn jẹ everything láwọn tó yẹ kó wọn láìkì fàájì ní ọmọdé burúkú yìí tó ń bọ̀
this is the number to call in now print it.
Ó wá ní òun ní cancer tó yẹ kéèyàn máa
nǹkan burúkú sílẹ̀ lára torí owó.
Tó yẹ kéèyàn lè sọ fún pé òkè bó ṣe sọ ẹ kó dẹ̀ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ fún ẹ torí ẹni tó bá ti wà pẹ̀lú cancer patient tó ti tọ́jú pé kò ní wù ìṣe fún ọ̀tẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ kò ní wù ìṣe fún ọ̀tẹ̀ á bèrè ní olùbùgẹ́ yẹn bọ̀ àwọn tó fi lọ́wọ́ ìgbà tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mo ní irọ́ ló ń pa òun ní cancer blessing irọ́ la fi mẹ́ lórí social media irọ́ la fi mẹ́ ilé onílé la fi mẹ́ o ní talent kankan o lẹ́ni tì tó fi pèrè ní celebrity o celebrity wèrè kankan tó wáyé pé Naija máa celebrate nonsense. You don't be among people tó yẹ ká máa celebrate you lie ọlọ́pàá iná oníwọ̀n ló ní wọ́n gbẹ wọ́n disgrace àwọn aṣọ ni celebrity overnight.
Imagine.
láwọn tó ní talent tó ọ̀rẹ́ ni promote wọn we promote rubbish. Àwọn tó lọ fún lọ́wọ́ náà rubbish ni. Àti ìjúmìtẹ̀ èmi ti bá rún cancer patient mo ní phobia mo máa sá dànù. Mo máa já kúrò lórí life yìí tí bá ti gbọ́ cancer mo máa já ni. Since then my elder sister ó ṣe lọ fún therapy níbà. Because since then báyìí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó bá máa jẹ kó máa wò ó ó máa dé ó kọ́ ló wà ká serious ó máa tọ́ mi níbi tí kìíní yẹn tó wà traumatized dé. Ó fọ́ọ̀sì mi lọ sí hospital níjà lọ ṣe test o torí ó ní tí family èèyàn kan bá ti ní ó máa ń wà hereditary a lọ ṣe test mo ní mo máa dáràn a lè níbẹ̀ yẹn á no a máa lọ ṣe test tó bá ra oúnjẹ tí bá rọ́jò máa ń dé máa wò ó gbé fídíò sí dé máa wò ó ṣé kò ṣe kíní kan tó ní cancer ṣé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi nísìn tẹ́ bá rí ẹ̀yin gan máa ní ẹ̀gbọ́n yìí ti ní skọ́skọ́ like kíní yẹn ti ó ti
trauma yẹn.
Kàmá wà sọ wípé ìwọ tó ò ní o máa parọ́ kó o ní o tí wọ́n sọ láti wá sórí social media ó ní cancer ti ẹ̀ lẹ́nu àti gbé jáde it's difficult to admit because it's a HIV better cancer it's a deadly disease especially tó bá ti dé ó ti dé bí stage 2 stage 3 kan tó mọ̀ ó worst tó bá yẹ pé kó tó dé any stage náà ti mọ̀ ni ó sì lè sáré lo àwọn nǹkan tó máa kí ẹ̀. But what in there where why this stage over me again is stage 4. O wa joko wa ma daddy. Ana fight mama no. Ana fight mama no ko. Ati me ma ni ona fun won lo. Won ni le sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́. O ma ti gbọ́ ohùn. Ati o ma ti bí, o ma ti wà miserable. Àwọn èèyàn ló ma bá wọn bẹ̀bẹ̀, ẹ ma tọrọ kú. O wa lọ ní cancer. Tó yẹ kó ti wà ní kirikiri arabu báyìí. Come be scapegoat. But because we are in lawless country, ní ìlú tó dáa. Tó yẹ kí òun máa emulate irú rubbish yẹn lára irú lady yẹn. Ìgbà tó parọ́ tó jẹ lọ́ta sọ́ni celebrity ẹ̀rí pé òun mọ̀ yẹn wọ́n ti ń parọ́ jayé lórí.
Gbogbo wọn ló ń parọ́ jayé. Wọ́n wá ń sọ di you fake it to make it.
You fake it to make it. Irọ́ ti pọ̀ jù. Ẹ máa súnmọ́ mi nínú ọ̀kẹ́ tó mọ̀ ká ṣe mo sọ pé o ní nǹkan báyìí lórí irọ́ ni. Ọmọ ya wig, ọmọ ya mọ́tò, ọmọ ya bàtà. Oh my gosh, but that is what we are celebrating. Because we see a lot of people to àwọn ọmọ tó yẹ kó wọ́n sọ sí tán ẹ̀zẹ̀ tó ṣe business tó yẹ ká máa embrace wọn ká máa educate wọn ká máa support wọn we are not doing that. But then you stop because most of them máa ń fake tó ń tẹ́ka lè gbé iṣẹ́ influencer fún wọn. Ẹ bá lọ fún wọn ní iṣẹ́ influencer báyìí làkì ni wọ́n máa tú. Ẹ máa gbọ́ àǹtí ẹ máa fún mi láṣọ mẹ́wàá. Wọ́n jẹ́ bá polówó àṣẹwọ́ láṣọ mẹ́wàá. Ṣé wọ́n ló ń ta aṣọ ni jẹ́ bọ́ ti gbowó iṣẹ́ wọ́n tún ní kí tí wọ́n fẹ́ ló aṣọ mẹ́wàá. Because kò sówó tó máa fi rà á. They don't have the money. Kó tó sanwó cream, kó tó sanwó bàtà, kó tó sanwó makeup, kó tó sanwó lunches.
Àkúnmí òde ẹ̀sán owó púpọ̀ mọ́ gbogbo àwọn Mr. Smile yìí wọ́n fún wọn lówó púpọ̀ mọ́.
Níbo fake life ni most of them lò fake life náà lò.
Ẹ ṣe mà.
Ẹ bá wọn bí bàyí tó bá wẹ̀ ní òbí kí n fọ́ fún wọn.
Ẹ ṣe gan.
Ó ṣe wà ní best ó yẹ tó gbé lọ sí kirikiri.
I'm telling you. Thank you so much ma. Thank you ma. Mr. Smile ló kú lọ́sọ̀ ti dé ti pẹ́. Mr. Smile. Mr. Smile.
Ajoke.
Yes ma. Ẹ ká alẹ́ sà o.
Ẹ ká alẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ẹ kí alẹ́ mo kí gbogbo ẹgbàgbà mo kí gbogbo ẹja nínú ilé yìí.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sà.
Àǹtí tí wọ́n sọ sítórì màmá wọn yẹn. Ẹni bá lóbi kó tọ́jú òbí ẹ̀ o. Ẹni bá bí òbí kó tọ́jú òbí ẹ̀. Because màmá mi ò ní cancer. Màmá mi ò ní cancer. But ó ní high blood pressure. Kó tó mọ̀ pé high blood pressure ló ní. Honestly. Ọ̀pọ̀ owó tí àǹtí ẹ̀ sọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni. Ẹni bá lóbi kó tọ́jú òbí ẹ̀ o. Màmá mi ò ní cancer. Ohun tó gbé ẹ rí pé òun ní high blood pressure. But thank God she's alive So I could be able to spend all my life on earth with the opportunity to go to America. So beauty at the end so we get to come in because and honestly, I know what my mother went through back home because I was in Nigeria then and we have nobody. Only her with the local or with the condo face here. So can you so my money Ewagbo Gigi up to today. So anybody knew and here I really know what she's talking about. And coming to let's see you. It's unfortunate, maybe the kind of society we found ourselves. No funny opportunity to each other. Because in your team, you don't know stage 4 cancer. You are joking, you are not, no, you are not smart. And the stage 2 cancer, stage 2 cancer, America, I'm a Toro Kufurai. I'm a two as a PhD, one is stage 4 cancer. You are lying. You are joking. Honestly, when you need much like this, you any bad news, I know what my mother went through. Based on story, auntie and Shopee,
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for sharing yours with us. Mr. Smile, lágbára Ọlọ́run Ọba, ìyá yín wọ́n á yè jẹun ọmọ pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ nínú àlàáfíà. Ọlọ́run á fún wọn lálàáfíà. And gbogbo àwa tá ti lose àwọn òbí wa náà, you know, Ọlọ́run Ọba láàánú jùlọ á fún wọn ní eternal rest. Á dẹ̀ jẹ́ káwa náà wà òkè lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ní bá wọn kánjú kú. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ jẹ́ sáré gbọ́ èèyàn kọ́kọ́. Hello, go on ma. Hello. Ẹ ń gbọ́ wa, ẹ pa nǹkan tẹ́ fi ń gbọ́ wa. Hello, ẹ wo next person tó sọ̀rọ̀ kò sàwọn yìí. Next person. Hold on ma, mọ́mí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá nǹkan tẹ́ fi ń gbọ́ wa yẹn bá mute ẹ kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Yes ma. Ẹ kálẹ́ ma o.
Ẹ kálẹ́ máa wọ ẹ̀kọ́ ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ẹ kú ètò.
Yes ma.
First time máa dá sí ètò yìí ni ọ̀rọ̀ cancer dẹ̀ ni tẹ̀ ń sọ yẹn ni. Ẹni tó blessed CEO irọ́ ló ń pa. My mom died of cancer 2 years ago. Ó ń lọ pé 2 years. But with my little experience, ẹni blessed CEO ní cancer. Tó bá dẹ̀ ni is not up to stage 4. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, ẹni tó woman tó kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ṣe sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹni tó bá wà ní stage 4, nǹkan tí mo witness ni mọ́ mi ò lè jókòó. She died at age 73. Táìmù tó yẹ kó máa jẹun ọmọ pé àdúrà tí ń gbà tí gbogbo èèyàn ń bá dúpẹ́. Tó pé lady yẹn lòun ní cancer, irọ́ ló pa. Irọ́ gidi ló pa. Wọ́n mi ò ṣe ẹni tó máa ń jẹun wọ̀wọ̀wọ̀wọ̀. In fact, gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ apart lẹ́yìn soursop, that's the only thing tí mọ́mí mi ò kí ń jẹ. When it comes to fruit, veggies, mọ́mí mi tó wọ́n lè jókòó ti apẹ̀rẹ̀ tomato. Kò ń ṣe ẹni tó máa ń jẹun anyhow.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ tún yìí ní.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní in fact lung cancer ni wọ́n ní.
Bẹ́ẹ̀sì Ọlọ́run.
Cancer of the lung tó yẹ pé kíní yẹn before tato and Nigerian health system kò tún help. So for blessed CEO kó máa sọ pé òun ní irọ́ ló pa, ó máa ti mọ bí tí ara ẹ̀ kù sí pé ó ní stage 4. Because gbogbo hospital tá à ń gbé wọn lọ, wọn ò tètè diagnose wọn pé cancer of the lung ni wọ́n ní. Until tá tún wá gbé wọn dé LUT. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo dá sí program nítorí kí n lè create awareness nǹkan tó ń ṣe ní LUT kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó dára rárá, wọ́n ń pa àwọn èèyàn níbi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ní ìyẹn LUT Lagos State University Hospital.
Yes,
Teaching on University Lagos State teaching hospital.
I was there for 3 weeks. Nígbà tí wọ́n sọ fún wa hospital tí a gbé mọ́ wa lọ tí wọ́n ti diagnose mọ́ mi pé cancer ni wọ́n ní. Immediately tí mo rí because I was in Nigeria then. Bí mo ṣe rí mo lọ wò wọ́n ni bí mo ṣe gbọ́ báyìí ni mo sáré pé àwọn èèyàn mi tí mo mọ̀ pé okay ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ta ló lè help wọ́n dẹ̀ direct wọ́n fún mi ní number. Chief medical ẹni tó wà in charge àwọn cancer gangan ni wọ́n fún mi number. Mo dẹ̀ bá máa yẹn sọ̀rọ̀. Ó dẹ̀ sọ fún mi immediately pé kí n máa gbé wọn bọ̀ wá ní alẹ́ kí n máa bọ̀ wá sí Lut. Ìjọ yẹn adé Lut. In fact, adé bíbẹ̀ by 7 p.m. Kí mọ̀ mi tó rí kán tó fún wa ní bed like 12 a.m. Lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n charge wa ní gbogbo owó bed adé ward wọ́n tún sọ pé kò sí bed.
That's Nigerian hospital. Go on ma.
To the extent pé gbogbo nǹkan tí gbogbo wọ́n fi dórí cotton wool tí wọ́n máa lò fún patient àwa la lọ rà.
Ẹ bá wa gbóhùn sókè. President Tinubu wọ́n bá yín wí sà.
Àwọn ará gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n rà níbẹ̀ owó lab àwa la ń sanwó gbogbo wọ́n dẹ̀ ń charge wa despite.
Governor Sanwó-Olú.
Ẹni tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ yẹ pé okay kí ìyá mi máa kú ìyá yìí ti jìyà. Àwa lára gbogbo nǹkan níbẹ̀ èyí tó tún wá bàjẹ́ tó tún burú jù níbẹ̀ mò ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ 2024.
Teaching hospital.
July 2024. Iná wà nínú Mushin torí tí mo bá ń lọlé mo à ń gbé ní Kòròdú tí mo bá ń lọlé èmi àtàwọn àbúrò mi à ń change kíni pé tẹ́mi bá dúró ní for 2 days àwọn máa dúró for 2 days iná máa wà nínú Mushin báyìí iná ò sí nínú Lut for good 2 weeks. So kúlẹ̀dì yẹn mò ń sọ owó tàdé tí oògùn tó prescribe fún mọ́mí mi just for a month ipe oògùn yẹn 500,000 for 30 days. Ẹ wá wo àwọn oríṣiríṣi oògùn tí wọ́n prescribe still mọ́ mi kú. She died in September 2024.
Sorry about that.
But nǹkan tí mo ṣe ń dá sí torí pé Nigerian health system wọn health situation wọ́n kàn gba owó lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn. Chief medical doctor tó ní kí n máa bọ̀ wá mo adé bíbẹ̀ for 3 days mi ìfojú mi kàn ìjọ tí mo máa rí máa yẹn mo ṣe àwọn wọ́n dẹ̀ ń parọ́ fún mi máa yí wà mítì ó wà l'Abuja mo kàn ríyàn yẹn tó ń bọ̀ mo kàn gbé picture ẹ̀ ẹni tí wọ́n sọ pé ó wà l'Abuja ni I'm sorry we have to be in different meeting kí ló ní kí n máa bọ̀ so wọ́n lédè yẹn irọ́ ti pọ̀ jù ní online irọ́ pọ̀ so kò ń ṣe kò ń sọ èdè kò ń ṣe
ẹni tí ogun ṣà ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́lòmíì sọ̀rọ̀ tán sà èèyàn kọ́ yìí sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́.
kò ní lédè yẹn ò ní cancer tó bá dẹ̀ ní cancer kò ń ṣe stage kò tí ì dé stage 4 because wọ́n mi ò lè rìn bàbá fún wọn lóúnjẹ gan ìgbà míì wọ́n máa yàgbẹ́ sára ni.
God.
wọ́n máa yàgbẹ́ sára tó yẹ pé a lè sùn wọ́n wá ń sọ pé kí ni èmi mo gé bí mo ṣe kọ́kọ́ rí irun orí wọn èmi mo gé irun orí wọn fún wọn kò ń ṣe pé irun yẹn ń tú wọn ò dẹ̀ tí ì sọ fún wa den pé irun yìí ẹ lọ gé because mo kàn rí ó ń pa irun yẹn ó máa tú fún ó máa tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ni kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó ń gbé kò ń ṣe pé nǹkan tó máa dédé gé ó máa ti irun yẹn máa ti fẹ́lẹ́ lọ́wọ́ tó yẹ pé tẹ́ bá fi ọwọ́ sí ó máa
tú ni.
So for her to be saying tó ń gẹrun ẹ̀ ó tún gẹrun ẹ̀ online irọ́ ni gbogbo ẹ̀ it's makeup.
Thank you ma. Thank you so much.
Ọlá àṣàánú wa kò ṣe cancer kankan a lot in fact Nigeria society yẹn ti bàjẹ́ kọ́nà kó ṣàánú wa ni wọ́n ní I need a lot of work to do pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan táwọn èèyàn ń ṣe and àwọn tó travel out wọ́n wà exposed wọ́n bá dé ilé tán bá sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wọn ń gbà wọ́n but the only thing they care about ní Nigeria is money.
Owó tó bá kó wá.
Owó tó kó wá ni wọn care in fact kẹ́ máa bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ out wọn care.